This allows for successful parenting. It creates structure and stability, which are keys to safety and confidence for our children. Many parents across the country find themselves receiving a diagnosis of ADHD or autism for their children. For some, this brings about a sense of relief. It is a moment of recognition that what they've been noticing in their child's behavior is part of a bigger picture. It's not just that their child is misbehaving or that they're disobedient, but okay, this all fits into something bigger than just my child. They now can feel like they can develop a roadmap forward. It, in a way, brings about hope. For other parents, the news can simply feel overwhelming. It can feel like a loss of normalcy. The idea that their child is somehow different from others can lead to a feeling of grief, worry, and fear of the unknown. What will happen to my child now? Do I have to give up on the dreams I had for them? There's no doubt that this journey will be challenging, but there's hope. It is important to remember that parents are not alone, that we live in a time where we can be comforted by the idea that we can connect with so many others who have gone through what we've gone through, who are going through what we're going through, who are on the same journey. There are countless communities of parents who are thriving and can offer support that can make the difference in your own journey. So one of the very first things that parents want to do is find community. Understanding that you do not have to sit alone in this journey. We are past the days where you have to be isolated. It's a secret that you don't want to tell anybody. You're not alone. So find community. The diagnosis, while it is helpful, it is only a part of the puzzle. It doesn't have to define your child or even your parenting. The most important job we have as parents is to develop trusting and lasting relationships with our children. That is the difference between our children simply surviving and them thriving. It's the love and connection that we bring forward. This doesn't change your love. This doesn't change your connection. It is just a piece of the puzzle. There's a few things that we can do to make sure that our children are particularly successful. There's 4 things I want to address specifically. You want to establish consistent routines. Routines are important for all children. So a lot of the things I'm going to talk about are just good for children in general, but they become particularly important when we have a child who has autism or ADHD. So make sure you have routines. The second thing is to set clear expectations and provide predictable consequences. This allows for successful parenting. It creates structure and stability, which are keys to safety and confidence for our children. The third thing is encouraging physical activity. It is important to simply go outside. Sometimes in our culture, because we have all these fears about what can happen, that we often find ourselves sitting indoors too long and too often. Physical activity and going outside can do wonders for the physical and emotional well-being of our children. It allows them to release some energy as well as provide a calming effect, especially for those children who are experiencing sensory overload or emotional dysregulation. I know for me, with so many jobs and speaking and coaching and all the different things I have to do, I can find myself getting overwhelmed. There is something about going outside, putting my feet on the ground, and just taking in some sun that makes the world seem clearer. We need to make sure we're doing this for our children, whether they have a diagnosis or not. The fourth thing can be particularly hard for children with ADHD and autism. It can be difficult for parents to navigate, but we must minimize the use of screens. In today's world, it's easy to fall into the trap of only using screens as a way to entertain or calm our children. Technology can be helpful in some instances, but too much screens can actually cause more damage and exacerbate issues with focus, social skills, and behavior. We want to make sure that we are being mindful not to make the circumstances that we're enduring worse. And screens can absolutely do that. So we want to encourage outside activities, reading, creative projects. We want to create healthy habits in our children that will serve them long term. At the end of the day, the journey of parenting a child with ADHD or autism is about building resilience, creating connections, and making sure we don't lose focus that our primary job is to build a trusting, lasting, loving relationship with our children. Parents, you are the key to helping your child thrive, not just survive. Instead of seeing a diagnosis as an end, remember, it is only the beginning.